You see, we are talking about 2 Kings chapter 4, the wife of a prophet who cried to Elisha because she was in debt. Her husband had died and she was in debt. Ladies and gentlemen, debt, is something that is something that you need to think about. But you see, most of us, we are usually very happy, when the times are good. But in bad times, you start looking at people as your enemies, and somebody is not your enemy. It is your debt that is your enemy. Are we together? And also, number two, when you are in debt and you expect some people to come to your rescue and they don't come to your rescue, don't hate those people because they were not the ones who took the debt. Are we together? Are we together? I have seen, cases where people take debts, huge debts, and for one reason or another, they are harassed by the banks. The banks, they usually come and they attack whatever things that you have. And I've once witnessed such a case. People, they start blaming, evil spirits. They blame, ancestors. They blame other people. They blame, somebody they met on the way. They start blaming everybody because they're highly in debt. When they see somebody, they start throwing insults. But you see, ladies and gentlemen, remember that they were not the ones who took the debt, but you were the one who took the debt. Are we together? So when people fail to give you financial assistance when you're in debt, always take full responsibility of your actions. Please, you were fully aware when you took that debt. So why are you placing the burden on other people? It is not fair. Was the devil involved when you went to take a debt? Let us be honest. Why are you blaming other people for when things are not doing well? You say, oh, they did not support me. Oh, but surely, when you took the debt, you were smiling. You were smiling. You were very happy. But now, you are angry at everybody because the debt payment is becoming troublesome. Are we together? You start saying that, people don't like you. But, that is not true. That is not true. And that is, I've seen such, such a situation where people become legal captives. And when you become a legal captive, it means that you are a slave. It means that you have a master. And it means that you have to dance to the tune of your master. Whether you like them, whether you don't like them, but they have taken hold of you. You are a captive. You are a captive. And the first step to understanding or to free yourself to have dominion over your debt is to first understand that you are in debt and that nobody else is responsible for your financial freedom. Are we together? It is sad that people want to get in debt and want somebody else to come and bail them out. It is not. It is not really right. But you see here, this woman was in debt. But let's listen to what Elisha told her. So she left him and shut the door behind her and her sons. They brought the jars to her, and she kept pouring. When all the jars were full, she said to her son, "Bring me another one." But she replied, "There's not a jar left." Then the oil stopped flowing. She went and told the man of God, and he said, "Go and sell the oil and pay your debts. You and your son can live on what is left." You see, this man here, this woman was in debt, and Elisha did his miracle by helping the woman to pay her debt. This is Elisha, and I think this is the first miracle that no, this is not the first miracle. This is the second miracle that Elisha did after healing some water that was bitter, and it was making the land unproductive. If you're new to this channel, subscribe and comment, and I will be more than happy to be part of this channel. You see, when you're in debt, debt does not recognize where you come from. Debt does not know whether you are beautiful. Debt does not know who you are, where your family. So when you are in debt, be prepared for the embarrassment of your lifetime. Are we together? Debt, as I've said, people usually take things for granted, but they're usually woken up when they're told to pay up. Okay? When you're told to pay up, that is when you start saying, I am under spiritual attack. There's nothing called spiritual attack when it comes to debt or when you're behind payment. Are we together? And then you'll start seeing another ugly side of a person. You start saying, this person, we go to church with him, but because he has my money, he harassed me. You see, just because you attend church with somebody does not make them an angel. Angels don't attend churches. Are you serious? Yes, it's just people who go to church, but it is not angels who attend church. So when a man is very strict on his finances and expects you time, you would say that this man does not love Jesus. No, that is not the case. The case is you are highly in debt and you have to pay, and you have to pay on time. Are we together? Are we together? So you start saying, "Oh, I don't. He has a grudge on me." Nobody has a grudge on you. You're the one who took debts. Are we together? Oh, so and so doesn't love Jesus. He's supposed to be merciful. And then you start hating people for nothing. You start hating people for nothing. You want people to come and bail you out. You start saying, you start saying so and so doesn't like me. But that is not really the case. Are we together? So let us continue. I wanted to talk about debt because, there are people who, when you talk about debt, they start, they hide. But it's always good to be very honest about money, because when you're in debt, you cannot do anything when you're in debt. For example, now, even if you want to date somebody and they realize that you are highly indebted, the relationship will not go anywhere. They will run away because they will know they cannot start paying for something, for a loan they did not take. Are we together? For example, you see, that's a question. Do you have any loans? Have you taken any loan? In fact, even before people marry, the pastor should ask, has any one of you taken a loan? And the bank, is there any bank that is after you? Before he says, is there anyone here who's rejecting the union of these two? Yes, because also debt, ladies and gentlemen, is part. Finance is part of everything. And if you think finance is not part of anything, then along the way you will be rudely, somebody will remind you rudely. So finance is important. Finance is important.